You know that feeling when you walk into a really high-end conference room, you press one button and the whole room just wakes up.
Hmm.
The lights dim, the shades drop, projector turns on. It feels like magic, but we know it's really just a mess of wires and code.
Yeah, a very organized mess, hopefully.
Right. And today, we're looking at the thing that does the organizing. This is the Kramer SL-280 Master Room Controller. It's basically the invisible brain of the smart room.
Brain is absolutely the right word, because without a controller like this, all your stuff, your smart lights, your projector, your door locks, they're just isolated islands.
They're just dumb gadgets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't know the others exist. The SL-280 is the translator that forces them all to talk to each other.
Okay, but looking at the back of this unit, it's a little intimidating. It's a rack mount box, 32 different ports. And the first thing I noticed on the spec sheet from HDTV Supply is that 8 of them are RS-232.
Uh-huh.
I mean, isn't that ancient technology?
Yeah.
Why is a modern smart controller still using serial ports from the 90s?
It does look archaic, I get it, but in automation, RS-232 is gold. Think of it this way. A simpler protocol, like infrared, which this also has, that's like shouting instructions at a teenager who's wearing noise-canceling headphones.
Right.
You yell, turn on the TV, but you have no idea if they actually heard you. You just hope.
You press the button and you pray the screen actually comes down.
Exactly. But RS-232 is bidirectional. It's like walking over and tapping that teenager on the shoulder. The controller says, hey, turn on. The TV replies, okay, I'm on.
Ah, so it gets confirmation.
That feedback loop is the difference between a gadget and a reliable, professional system. It guarantees the room is ready before it starts dimming the lights.
Okay, that makes sense for the AV gear. But looking further down the list of ports here, it gets a little weird. We've got 8 relay ports and 8 GPIO ports.
Yeah.
This sounds less like home theater stuff and more like, I don't know, industrial manufacturing.
Well, this is building automation at
Yep.
the end of the day. Those relay ports, they're the muscles. A relay is just a physical switch.
Yeah. Switch.
A simple on-off switch. So when you want something heavy to move, like motorized drapes opening or a big projection screen unrolling from the ceiling, that's the relay firing. It's bridging that gap between digital software and the physical world.
And the GPIO, what does that even stand for?
General purpose input-output. Think of that as the nervous system.
Okay.
It connects to sensors. It lets the room know if you've walked in or if a window is open. It can even control magnetic door locks. So now the room isn't just playing a movie for you.
It's physically reacting to you.
Yeah.
And securing the space.
Precisely.
It's impressive connectivity, but I do have to play devil's advocate on the specs for a second. I'm seeing a 1 gigahertz processor and 512 megabytes of RAM. I mean, my smartwatch has more power than that.
Right.
So if I'm running a complex script, if the door opens and it's 9 a.m., then fire the relays. Is this thing going to choke?
It's a fair question, but context is everything here. On paper, yeah, 512 millibs sounds tiny compared to a phone.
It really does.
But your phone is wasting gigabytes, rendering 4K video, and running all these background apps. This device is just processing pure logic commands. It's sending tiny text strings.
So it's a very specialized job.
A very specialized job. For that, 1 gigahertz isn't just enough. It's practically industrial-grade overkill. It's built for stability, not graphics.
And what if the building gets bigger? Say I want to control the cafeteria down the hall, too.
Then you just scale up. It lives on the Ethernet network. You can just add more gateways to the system. It's designed to grow without having to rip out the original brain.
Usually when we talk about industrial overkill and master controllers, we're also talking about a budget that needs a board meeting to approve.
Yeah.
Is this thing accessible, or is it strictly for, Fortune 500 headquarters?
It's actually surprisingly accessible. The list price is around $1,290, but HDTV Supply usually has it discounted, closer to $1,000.
Wait, barely $1,000? For the central brain of a facility, what's the catch? Is there some expensive software license fee?
No, that's a hardware cost. And actually, if you hunt around their site, there are usually coupons to knock that down even further.
Wow.
But what's interesting to me isn't just the price, it's the support context. When you buy this kind of rack mount gear online, you're usually on your own.
Oh, completely. You get a black box and a PDF manual, and good luck.
Right. But looking at the user feedback for this, people specifically call out the human support staff at HDTV Supply. They mention people by name, helping them configure this stuff.
Which is so rare, you just don't get that anymore.
You really don't. And for a device that controls your door locks, you kind of want to know there's a human you can call if the logic gets stuck.
That is a very good point.
Yeah,
So effectively, for about $1,000, you can replace a table full of confusing remotes with one automated system that controls the walls, the lights, the screens, everything.
ideally, yeah. It makes the whole room feel seamless.
It does leave me with this one thought, though. The SL-280 proves we've solved the connectivity problem. We can connect to and control the physical environment pretty perfectly. The challenge now isn't can we connect it, but can we program it smartly enough so the room feels helpful and not, haunted.
That is the very fine line of good automation.
Something to think about next time the lights dim all by themselves. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.